The Project Milestones feature within DM is a great interactive Gantt chart that allows you to link all of your costs and revenues together to form a timeline for your cash flow. Let's have a look. To access the Project Milestones, simply click on the Project Milestones button underneath the Tools menu within DM. When you first open the Project Milestone screen, you will see that you haven't yet set up any milestones for this particular project. Therefore, you are getting a blank screen. To add a new milestone, simply click on Add Milestone, give your milestone a name, and then you have a choice between creating the different tasks for your milestone. EstateMaster DM gives you 3 different choices. You can have none, where you have a completely blank milestone to create from scratch. Number 2, we will provide you a sample file. So EstateMaster will give you a sample set of tasks for a typical development project that you can build up from, or you can also import from an existing MS project file if you have one. So to bring the import in, simply click on Import from MS Project and you'll be able to bring in that file. For today, however, we will click on Sample and we will use the sample file that EstateMaster has created. Click on OK, and you'll now see your tasks are now listed below. So as you can see on the screen, going from left to right, we have your milestone IDs. The milestone ID M1 to M7, these will become the month start within your file itself. This is how EstateMaster will link the month start for your program back to the milestones. Underneath the name, this is where you can then name your different tasks. You can add tasks if you wish, and you can also rename the tasks by simply double-clicking on them. The CF start allows you to dictate where the cash flow will start, and the start and finish allows you to choose the start and finish dates from an interactive calendar. You can also adjust the duration, and you can also add in predecessors, as well as you can also change when that constant type will be for that particular task. Further, on the right-hand side, you can also dynamically link your tasks together. This is a great feature as it allows you to drag and change the timings for all of your different tasks within a project, allowing you flexibility around how you would like to link all of your different tasks, when they should start, when they should finish, and their length of time. This also means that you can come back at any time throughout the project. And for example, if the development approval was to take longer than expected, you can increase the time frame for that development approval, and then everything that is related to that development approval will also change and move with that time frame change. This also means that it will allow you to reforecast this back on the cash flow. So how do we now link this time frame that I've set up back to our DM cash flow? To do this, we must first save the milestone project. So we'll go ahead and click on Save. Do we want it to be found in our enterprise database? We can if we want to. So we can link it to other files, but for today, I'm going to say no. You'll see that down the bottom left-hand corner, it confirms that the milestone has been saved successfully. And so we're now happy to go ahead and to start linking it to our items within our cash flow tab. To do this, I firstly need to be within the cash flow. Once in the cash flow, I can then start to change things around. So rather than putting in the month start and span, as I have for the construction costs and the construction contract, here you can see I've got a month start of 4 and a month span of 18. I can now remove all of these timings and I can replace them with the milestone that I set up within the milestone profile. Once I click on month start, you will see that the drop-down list has now appeared. This is now reading from that milestones that I've set up before. This is now reading that Gantt chart. All I have to do now is simply double click on the milestone that I would like for each particular task. And you will see that on the right-hand side, it's inserted the cash flow period and the time frame. And the M5 is what's being read from that milestone Gantt chart. I can choose, for example, underneath the professional fees to have the same thing, or even underneath the land acquisition. So I can choose as to when the land acquisition will begin. I can leave the month span in if I wish, or I can override it and allow the milestone profiles to be driving that entire span. Again, if I wanted to change anything, I simply go up to my project milestones. I can adjust the time frame for that particular item. Everything related to that item will also change. I can save that particular change. And then when I come back to my cash flow, everything will be automatically refreshed to reflect that new change. And as you can see, the milestones feature is a great way of being able to link all of your costs and revenues together without having the complication of needing to use complicated Excel formula. Try it for your team next.